Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to take a look at version 13.3, which dropped yesterday. Yes, yesterday. It features a bunch of cool quality of life updates as always, and most importantly, I want to make sure everyone out there who is watching this video doesn't miss one of the updates so that they can, just because you don't speak Japanese doesn't mean you miss out on all the cool stuff. Because not all of them are completely obvious. Alright, first things first. Selling now pools luck, and what I mean by that is, remember this luck exchange screen. Now, as you can see, there is a luck currency there. As you can see, I have 24 there already, and you're basically going to use that luck amount to exchange for monsters now. How do you get that? Well, pretty simple. You just go to the sell screen and start selling monsters. So let's see. Who do I want to sell? I guess I have this. I guess this Nue, right? Who needs that? As you can see on the bottom, all the monsters you select will pool up the luck that it has, and of course give you some money in return. Now, it is important to remember that the bonus luck you get once you hit the limit of a certain rarity. So for example, 5-star monsters have that 75 luck cap, right? So if you try to sell that on screen, you know, they would have 75 plus 15 as their luck. However, that plus 15 doesn't get applied to this. You are only going to be able to get 75 luck here. And I think this is specially displayed on the screen just because they didn't want to confuse those of you who want to sell these monsters. Of course, I want to keep that, so let's leave that alone. But let's sell that, right? It'll, you know, make sure you're okay with that because it is a rarity 4 monster. But basically what happens is that luck is going to be pooled up as another currency. And then you'll go back to that screen to exchange said currency for goods. What a important thing. So go back to the screen. You'll see that now it's at 26 luck. It previously was at 24, and then you can just exchange for goods. They did rejigger the amounts in terms of how much luck you have to spend to get certain things, so just make sure you pay attention to that. However, I think it makes it a little bit easier because now you don't have to wait for an exact number. You know, before you had to kind of play this like the knapsack problem where you're picking the right amounts to hit a target amount. You just have to, you know, have enough luck to exchange for a certain item now, which is definitely great. There is a bug report that they've listed on the text version of the news, and basically what happens is if you are maxed out on certain items for the, you know, dragon gems, morlings, max speeds, if you're at 9,999 copies and you try to exchange luck for even more, it will subtract out the luck, right? You need 5 luck to get a blue max P, for example, but it actually won't give you that extra max P, so you're going to be wasting luck if you do that. So do keep track if you have 9,999 or not, and if you do, just don't use this feature quite yet. I mean, the luck's not going to expire, so there's no reason to do that. Alright, number 2, friends lists are pre-organized now, so let's try to go, I don't know, is there something difficult? No, Tower of Champions is easy. Let's go to the Jades. Yes, I'll do 2. And then, right, so let's see, El Dorado has of course mine, so let's take a look at this list. Oop. And so it'll be arranged in basically 4 sections. So of course the top one is your set friend monster. Of course you can change that whenever you want to whoever you want at any time. The second block is going to be the everybody's clear monsters, so monsters that were in the top 10 that are in your friends list. Great, they will be on the top section after your friend option. Next one is monsters that meet the main gimmick of the quest. So, you know, even if it's not in the top 10, they have a chance to perform in the stage. And then the final section, let's see, where is it? There we go. Sonota, just the rest. everybody else that, well, they don't meet the main gimmicks of the stage. However, if you want to use them, they're there. But, you know, it's a great way to organize these monsters. You know, it's one complaint that I always had. It's like, what was actually good for this quest? You know, go back. Oh, yeah, there was a Solomon in the 4th slot. Something like that. Now they just do it for you, which is great. Very nice quality of life update, for sure. Number 3, new box groupings. This is pretty awesome. So if you take a look at your box now, you can see on the top right that there's a plus sign there. What you can do now is set up your own groupings, you know, aside from, you know, going to a monster, hitting that star. The star is there by default. It is the Senbatsu group, your, you know, top leader, whatever you want to do. But of course you only had, you know, star or not star, which was kind of rough. Now you can do it up to 5 times, actually 4 more times, for a total of 5 groups. So you got a star group, you got a sun group, a moon group, a planet group, and a meteor group. You can select them in however way you want. So let's see, let's go to our sun group and click that green button. The first one is it will let you add monsters to the group. So, you know, let's say I want water types that are 6 stars, that are Pierce, and let's say they have Minesweeper. Right, and then you can select them individually. You can click this button here to select them all on the screen, and then once you hit OK, you know, just confirm that you want to do that, and now all those cool Pierce, water, minesweeping monsters are in one look there. You can, you know, once you've said it's like, you know what, I want to kind of like pare this down. So let's get rid of these 5 monsters from the group, right? And then you have like this box that is just amazing, right? And so, you know, I want to name this. Let's see, where's the screen for that? There we go. So in the screen where you're adding or removing, you can, you know, you can give it a name like Best Mon. Right, and then that's cool. And so you got your own title. Of course, you can do it in Japanese if you want to, but you can also delete this group outright if you feel like, you know what, I wasted my time there, but definitely did not waste my time, so we can leave that there. One thing I do want to warn about is that there's no way to rearrange the order of these symbols. When you hit that plus sign, it will always join them in this order. So if you actually do, like, you know, you really like that meteor icon, for example, one way you can push it to the top is click, you know, the other icons after you've hit plus to add them all, and then go here and delete this group. That's the red button here. It'll warn you, and then of course you can see it slides up, right? And then when you add more stuff, it'll fill in afterwards. So the order happens that way. But once you've added the group, there's no way to rearrange them without deleting previous ones to push up the icons. So don't waste your time and then, oh, you know what, I would really like that meteor in the 2nd slot. The only way you'd be able to push it up is if you're willing to destroy your sun group, for example. So do keep that in mind. You know, I don't want you to waste effort only to have to delete it all. So that is that. Number 4, there is a way to transcend quicker. There is no new transcension up right now, so I stole the image from the official news, and basically when your box has a monster that has a new transcension, there will be a pop-up saying, hey, you can transcend this monster. And before, you had to actually find that monster to evolve them and get them to that cool new state. Now, all you have to do is click the button on the bottom left. Once you click that button, it will automatically take you to a screen that has all of the said monsters ready to evolve. Just go ahead and go through the normal process there. You don't have to find that monster anymore. Bam! Quality of life update. Awesome. Alright, number 5. is stage details are viewable from schedule. Now this is a small one, but before you actually couldn't see any of the details of the stage when you were clicking this button from the schedule screen. Now that is possible to see all the information that you want in one shot. So that's pretty cool. A small update. Number 6, there are mission rewards available for your Monsterpedia account. So well, I hit 1,000 days too, so that's pretty awesome. But the 800 if you have 800 individual monsters in your Monsterpedia, that is this guy here, monster, the bottom item, and you can see the count on the bottom right. I have 1,625 entries out of 3,869. If you're feeling like you're kind of short, go to the friend gacha, pull some monsters, and just evolve those 1, 2, 3-star monsters to the next form, if they have it. I don't remember. It's an easy way to pad out your Monsterpedia for sure. But the rewards are, I guess, decent. Got a divine with the Insta Ascension Charl for 800 unique monsters. 900 features a divine with a Insta Transcension Charl, and 1,000 monsters give you 10 orbs with 2 new titles which you can unlock. Which I still use the Final Fantasy one, which is awesome, but I guess we can take a look at what that is. I assume... There we go, yeah. So here's the 1001 Baku Monstraski. And then what's the third? Yep. Hakase. So, you like... Sure. Okay, whatever. Nah, I'm sure nobody uses title anyway. Last but not least, we can go to the library. There are new library quests added, of course, as usual. And doesn't seem like any impossibles were added. However, they are now sorted by difficulty by default, which is actually really nice. It was kind of a pain to try and, search through the monsters to see where like Izanami is, or Izanagi. They're now just up there on top. So impossibles, lethals, and then extremes afterwards, and savage on the bottom. The bottom one still features all of those X series, so don't lose track of where those guys are. But actually, you know what, that is a great way. I'm sure a lot of people is happy with that, not having to waste time to find the quest you want to do, and probably impossibles are up there in what you want to run over and over. And last but not least, I want to go over is immediately slowing down after you clear a stage. And what I mean by that is, let's rewind this real quick. If you take a look, I'm about to use Mana Strike Shot, which makes everybody run like crazy. And note right here, look at how quickly everybody ended. That is almost immediate. Like that is like, slow wall level, or that slow conveyor belt thingy. That is really significant. You're gonna shave off a good amount of time, especially on these command style strike shot monsters that have a speed up portion of their strike shot. But this is gonna be big. You save easily like 10-20 seconds. Maybe that's overstating it, but this is probably the highlight for a lot of people. I know a bunch of people will avoid using Strike Shot just because of the fact that after you kill the monster, you're gonna sit there waiting for everybody to stop moving. That is no longer a problem. Also, did you notice the text changes in the in-game quests? I mean, let's take a look real quick. The next turn, the enemies attack. Those, that text I think flies much more quicker. The font bordering that hits, as you can see there, that is definitely different. So a really nice polish update in terms of the textual UI in game, which I think is pretty awesome. So Yeah, that is it for all of the updates. I believe there are a few bug fixes, but that just relates to previous things where, mines were exploding when it shouldn't when you clear a stage. There was a little bit of a tweak to Nirvana's quest in terms of the weak point. They actually kind of got away with it before because they said like Nirvana's weak point is a special weak point, so not all bump combos or abilities may work perfectly because it's a special weak point. But I guess with somebody like Solomon now there, which really does rely on the weak point to work properly, they kind of finally decided to fix it. So small stuff like that, no big deal. But again, I feel like this update is going to be popular with a lot. The luck update is probably going to be good for those of you who have a lot of monsters that you'd like to get away, and probably those box groupings with all those symbols. It will be interesting to see what kind of creative things you can do to help sort things. Like maybe you can just find monsters that you want to work on, monsters that are good for the abyss or the jades. Lots of possibilities, which I'm sure many of you out there can figure out for yourselves. Alright, so that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions with version 13.3 or basically anything in general. As you know, I am in process of the Forbidden Abyss Kinki no Goku. Those videos are up hopefully daily. Hopefully I don't miss one. Until we get to floor 15, so take a look at that. And yeah, SF and I are always updating ENG Mons to make sure that you get the latest and greatest news. You can also follow my Twitter at ScottNackYT if you're interested, and I guess you can hit my subscribe button if you want. I'm almost at 500, which is pretty awesome. Would be cool to hit that in the next few weeks, but yeah, okay. That's it for me today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye.